What's up, YouTube? Big Facts No Cap Gaming back at it again with some more gaming content. This new Hogwarts Legacy Harry Potter game is insane, guys. Even if you aren't a super fan of the Harry Potter series, if you love open-world RPG gaming, you're gonna want to watch till the end. So if you're excited and like the content that we put out here on the channel, then drop a like, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for way more Hogwarts Legacy videos, and let's go! In brand new gameplay posted by Hogwarts Legacy World on Twitter, we see how our Hufflepuff sidekick dog called the white hippogriff Highwing and tried again and again to tame it. This footage was ripped from Twitter, so the quality isn't great, but it's still a really nice scene. While the broom items that this store owner will be selling should be simply cosmetic, everyone soon noticed the broom PlayStation controls during a Hogwarts Legacy gameplay clip from Wizard World while conducting Revelio on the broom. It turns out that there was a speed burst that nobody told me about, aka use R2 as you would expect for ordinary flight. Pressing L3 also affects the flying speed and handling, of course with the right stick. If you hit the circle, you can dismount your broom, but not everywhere you'll be allowed to. If above, you'll just fall in the ocean, or from higher up, they'll definitely die. But Wizard PhD really tried jumping from a cliff for science, and I believe she's the only one who did, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, there is no falling motion when you try this, and a quick time event will appear instead. Similar to what happens when an opponent calls the Levioso, so be sure to press the correct button, or you'll have to start over from the last checkpoint. When the red halo appears over your character, you can escape by pressing the appropriate button. Failing to do so will keep you suspended in mid-air for a longer period of time. Okay, let's talk about something I noticed while scanning recent gameplay. We've only seen one of the vivariums, but we know there are at least 2 more of them, so we can keep multiple types of beast, and it seems like the main way to get these creatures is to retrieve them in the open world. Overall, this whole room of requirement feels like we've seen some gameplay here and there, but we've barely scratched the surface. A large portion of the 23 slaughterable spells, including Lumos and Reparo, are useless in combat. Trust me, I used Reparo by accident during a fight, and all that happened was that my character was stuck in an animation for a short while. Since you will eventually obtain 4 of these spell wheels, you can slot a total of 16 spells, making the game even more in-depth. Besides this, in terms of combat spells, we know that you can upgrade them with talons to increase their efficacy. And I was able to try a very powerful variant of the Crew's Shoker Soya costed on an enemy, which deals damage over time, and if you then follow up with other spells on the same enemy, nothing strange will happen. But when I did Crusoe on an enemy and followed it up with the basic shocks, the bolts would bounce from the enemy to nearby targets. Looking back at older gameplay for Hogwarts Legacy, we can see that the player has unlocked 8 upgrades for the Room of Requirement, 4 for Stealth, and 17 for Core. Adding it all up, it seems he needs 50 talent points to unlock everything. Taking a look at the trophies and accomplishments we can acquire, we can see that we'd be short 10 points if we went for them all. Let's talk about the loot now. The ceramic mask, for example, that Power Limit discovered and probably looks extremely great on our character. By the way, it's giving some Assassin's Creed Odyssey throwback vibes, if you know what I mean. And sure, the gear drops in Hogwarts Legacy are absolutely random, just like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Some enemies, especially those of a higher rank, appear more likely to drop loot, and interestingly, in some gameplay footage we found an identified item that could only have been obtained by returning to the back or chest from which another player had obtained equipment. These drops are intriguing because you won't know what kind of item it is or how rare it is until after you receive it. Now quickly, we have green, blue, purple, extraordinary, and orange, all of which can be identified and used by returning to the identification station in the Room of Requirement, one of the first things you will make. I'm curious if these are unique or otherwise superior items. No longer will your choice of attire have any bearing on your performance indicators. Hovering over an item of clothing or accessory and pressing the square button allows the player to select the appearance of other items in the same category, similar to the Transbox system in Odyssey, without spending any in-game currency. It appears that, as in Odyssey, you can save the appearance of any item you find, even if you don't like its stats. The next 2 pieces of standard equipment. There are also collections, which I believe are cosmetic purely and can only be selected via the transmog system. It appears that you can only get these as a reward for completing specific missions, such as this one, in which you must transport a moth equipped with Lumos to a nearby painting. And one more thing about outfits, and this is actually something from Valhalla. You can unshow a piece of equipment by hovering over the thing you don't want to show. You'll still have the stats, but you won't see it on your character. This reward, by the way, is the same for everybody, so everyone who completes this mission gets this outfit. Guys, this Harry Potter video game is going to alter the course of the franchise forever. As always, of course, subscribe for way more Hogwarts Legacy gameplay content. Again, this is just the start. we will have way more spoiler-free tips and tricks coming your way very soon. Hit that notification bell and like this video. Would really help out the Big Facts Gaming channel. Also, be sure to check out our other gaming content. Be safe and happy gaming.